your shame, you know you wear it inside. Run away with all your lies, run away in your disguise, you know you don't fool me. You blame me for your boredom, you blame me for your pain.
Hello everybody and welcome back to Paul Mash TV. We're glad that you could join us today. It's a brand new episode, and the feedback just keeps getting better and better all the time. And if you'd like to be part of that feedback, there are several ways you can do it. Just go to our email address. That's capital P, lowercase MASHTV, all one word, at gmail.com. And you're always going to get a response, and you can use that for fan mail, as well as if you're in a band or a solo artist want to be on the show. We'll be glad to arrange for you to come on. And you can also go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/PaulMashTV, and be sure to like the page. You can join in on the conversations, even inbox me there. And you can also follow me on Instagram, instagram.com/PaulMashTV official. And if you're watching us right now on YouTube, there's that subscribe button that's right there. Just hit that, and you'll keep up with all the latest episodes whenever they become available. And we have a closing credit screen, so get your pen and paper out and write that down if you want to. And when you get to the closing credit screen, and we'll recap all that for you. So I hope you'll do that. Right now, from Kokomo, Indiana, we have Marty Harris, country artist. And he's very talented. He's been doing this for a long, long time. And we'll get to that interview in just a moment. But before that, as usual, let's have our quick commercial from Click Jam. Don't go away.
Does anyone know where Lou is? Anyone? Let's jam.
We're fabulous, nobody's doing for the crushed and the broken hearted. We're fabulous, nobody's doing 'cause we can and we just got started. Come on and bang.
Well, hello everybody. It's time for another interview, and from Kokomo, Indiana today we have Marty Harris. Thanks for joining us, Marty.
I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, we're glad to have you here. And one question I'd like to ask you, I ask everybody this because everyone has their own story. So why don't you tell me a little bit about your background as far as wanting to become a musician? I mean, I'm sure you have an interesting story to tell us about that.
Well, I grew up, I come from 9 generations of singers, songwriters, and performers. My mom and dad were both born and raised in Kentucky, and how they transplanted to Indiana, I'll never know. But my dad played, and sang, and my mom sang. The only thing she could play was basically the radio, and then she had trouble with that, believe it or not. But now I've been around music my whole life. I mean, I started playing the guitar when I was 10, and my mother used to tell everybody that she's the one who taught me how to play the guitar and sing, because every time I picked the guitar up, she'd tell me to put that thing down. All I was doing was making noise. And when I started learning, started singing, she'd tell me to be quiet because all I was doing was screaming. And that basically pushed me to get better at it. And then, like I said, when I was about 10 years old, I started playing the guitar. And then, when I was 15, I started writing, and it was just like it was, natural to me. I mean, I was born with the ability to do what I do. God blessed me with a good voice and the ability to play several different instruments. And over the years, I've learned how to record. I've had my experiences. I've been was the opening group for the Kingsmen out of Asheville, North Carolina, for 3 years. Sang with a gospel quartet, and that was an awesome. That was singing with the royalty of the gospel. And so and I just I've been doing my own thing. I started doing Elvis shows back in 2001, and I did that for 16 years, and it was incredible. I did it all over the state of Indiana, and so I had a ball with it. And then I got back into my country roots after the Elvis thing, after I retired from it, and so I started pulling the songs back out of the dust that I'd written several years ago, and started working on getting them finished up and and getting them out there. And also, like I said, my dad and my brother were songwriters as well as my mom. And so when they passed away, I inherited all their stuff that they'd been writing. So I gradually put it all together, and I've got about 2 or 3 different CDs out right now of original stuff that I wrote and they wrote, and I've got a couple of original gospel CDs that I've written. And it's been 52 years since I started on this, and I just I love it. I mean, I love playing and singing. When I get on Facebook, doing my live feeds about 3 or 4 times a week, most of the time I'll have maybe 3 or 4 viewers, people logging on to watch me, and then next thing you know, they're gone. So,
okay.
It don't bother me. I mean, it's I'm just on there trying to share the songs and stuff that I write, and that my mom and dad and my brother wrote, and trying to get them out there and see what I can do with them, and but I just have fun doing it. I keep telling everybody I'm the best amateur around, because because the phrase, to me, the phrase professional, like I said, worse than this morning, can't do nothing with them. And the phrase professional, when you hit that level, to me, that takes a lot out of it, because it goes from being something you love and enjoy to a job.
Mm-hmm.
And and I want to be able to to keep doing it and love what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody tells me about, well, you need to take what you can do and go down to Nashville. I don't really. I'd love to go down there and be able to do what I do, but I don't want to become part of the hundreds of thousands of people that go down there with their hopes up on their on top of their head, and thinking that they're the best, and they get down there and they get their dreams smashed, because there's at one time they said there was 125,000 singers, songwriters, and musicians in Nashville. Mm-hmm. That were working at McDonald's and Burger King and Walmart and all that. I think that they, to me, I think they disillusion themselves as to not realizing that it's a dog eat dog business down there. Mm-hmm. I know several people that have been down there several times, and they wind up back here because a couple of them I says, if you go down there and you get into all these music venues and nobody really shows any interest in you at all, that means that they're not interested. And you're going down there, and this one guy that I grew up with, he was 16 or 17 years old, and he had, the voice that was just flat out phenomenal. And he went down there to Nashville, and he cut a couple of demos in the studio with Merle Haggard's band. And so, and then he come back up here, and this record label signed him to a contract when he turned 18. He was on his way. Well, between the time he went down there and then they signed that contract, and his mom and dad got the advance from the label or whatever it was they were dealing with, when he turned 17, his voice changed. And when his voice changed, he started smoking and drinking and doing whatever, and trying to imitate Elvis. Well, that messed his voice up big time. Mm-hmm. So his mom and dad wound up having to pay back that advanced from that studio because they said, well, we can't use you now. And see, I don't want to get, you know, I don't want to disillusion myself and going down there and thinking, oh, I'm the best, I'm the greatest, and you'll get down there and they tell me that, oh, you're okay, but you're just not what we're interested in. I mean, I love doing what I'm doing. I mean, I've been doing this for 52 years, and you know, and I'm ecstatic about being a member of ECOTA. I mean, it's something I never thought I'd ever be involved with, and so they, you know, they've opened doors that I never thought, you know, like I'm talking to you. I thought, wow.
Yeah, well, I'm glad to be able to talk with you and meet you and so forth. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your influences? You probably already mentioned them, but I'm sure you have a lot of influences.
Well, you know, I grew up, you know, listening to classic country. My mother and father, I mean, on the weekends, we were sitting glued to the radio listening to the Grand Ole Opry. And see, I was named after Marty Robbins.
Oh.
If my mom's girlfriend hadn't named her son Robin, my name would have been Marty Robbins Harris. But you know, and I do some of these stuff, and you know, some of it I can almost sound like him, but not totally. But you know, I grew up, you know, classic country. You know, grew up my whole life singing it. And the thing that I tried to do was to do it the way they did it back then. I'd be driving around in my car listening to the classic country music and singing note for note.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, a lot of people today don't do that. I mean, they put their own twist on it, and they take the country out of the country. And I love gospel music. I've been in the church all my life, and when I was probably 20 or 21, I started writing gospel music. And I've got a couple of gospel CDs of all original gospel that I wrote, and it's you know, everybody seems to enjoy them. I mean, it's because it's not the, and I don't try to condemn, you know, people that, you know, doing the gospel music, but it seems like anymore that they just I don't know, just it don't have the same, it don't have the same feeling or anything like that when it comes to the songs they're putting out. It seems like they're all to me mundane. They're it's like monotone. I mean, they're all same. They're all doing them the same way. That's like with the country music that I hear. The new stuff, I mean, everybody's following the same trail, and I don't want to be that way. I want to do my stuff, do it the way that you know, that I got it, or that I wrote it, and you know, I've gotten really good response off of the songs I've written, and so you know, I'm just you know, going to keep doing what I'm doing, because, you know, so, but yeah, I play by ear on the guitar and the piano, and my piano playing started out as chopsticks.
Mm-hmm.
And how I got to where I am from where I started, I have no idea. I can't tell you one chord from the other, but it sounds good when I'm playing and singing. And
right.
You know, I've had a lot of people that have told me that. I've had a lot of people told me they wish they could play the way I do, and that just, you know, that just blows my mind when they tell me that.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
my history is you know, is primarily classic country and contemporary and traditional gospel, and I try to import that into the songs that I write, especially with the country and the gospel, and you know, and everything seems to come out really well. I've got a new song I just came out with that I got a friend of mine that's in a band called Shiny Penny from down in Indianapolis, and they just recently opened up for Bon Jovi. But anyway, he and I became friends, and he gave me a title, and as soon as he gave me the title, the wheels started turning and the bells started ringing, and so I wrote a song. It's called "Hearing God's Voice," and he just thinks it's great. So I'm gonna be, you know, like I said, I'm releasing a couple of CDs here within the next couple of months that are that those songs, all those my original classic country style country songs and my gospel are going to be on. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, so, but like I said, I get started talking, I can't shut up.
Yeah, yeah. Well, no, that's fine. Well, I was just going to say a little bit ago. You also mentioned that you had about 2-3 CDs out already. Can we hear that like on iTunes or Amazon or any of those places?
I haven't been able to upload them. The only place I've been able to upload, and I haven't been very many of them, is on Reverb Nation.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm new to the uploading the music and stuff to to different sites. So I've got to get all that figured out, because the only way I can upload them right now is on my phone, because my computers for some reason I can't figure out how to get them to where I can upload the live, like my live feeds from Facebook and stuff. I have to transfer it from my phone to my computer, and I just don't know how to do that yet.
Okay.
Most of the stuff on the computer I can figure out, but there's some of it I'm just like lost, like a puppy in a snowstorm. A white puppy.
Well, we're getting ready to watch a video from you in a minute. I guess it's a cover of "Amazed" by Lone Star. Is that probably a good song that you enjoy singing?
Oh, I love the classic country, and I love the newer stuff by Lone Star and a lot of the others, the Conway Twitty, George Strait, George Jones, Merle Haggard, and all those. I mean, I grew up listening to them, and I tried, like I said, I had to go down the road, listen to the radio and try to sing note for note, because everybody just, to me, a lot of the people that are singing out there now, or even the bands, the local bands, they for some reason they just don't put into it the country flair, or the older country flair. And and I'll be sitting and listening to band, and I'm like going, that's not how that song was originally done. Because I'm a perfectionist when it comes to stuff, when it comes to music. I want it to be absolutely as close to right as I can possibly get it, without doing too much variation, because everybody's got their own little twist on on doing the songs. But I like to try and keep it as close to the original sound as what I can get it.
Okay. All right. Well, we're going to watch that in just a couple of minutes here, and but before we do, I think I just want to let you know I think that's about all I really need for now, Marty. And wanted to thank you for coming on the show. Maybe one day we'll have you back if you got anything new to plug. I'd love to have you back sometime.
Well, I appreciate it. I thank you for letting me get on here and run off the mouth like you usually do. My ex-wife told me, she said, wanted to buy me a T-shirt that says if I'm on the phone, I can't shut up.
Yeah. Okay.
So, I appreciate you. Letting me get on here and ramble and do my thing. So, but I hope later on we'll get together, and when I've got some more videos or songs that I can upload, so everybody can hear what I'm doing.
Okay. All right, let's watch that video right now. Here's Marty Harris with "Amazed," cover from Lone Star, right here on Paul Mash TV.
Almost more than I can take. Baby, when you touch me, I can feel how much you love me. It just pulls me away. Never been this close to anyone or anything. I can hear your thoughts, I can see a dream. Don't know how you do what you do. So in love with you, it just keeps getting better. I want to spend the rest of my life with you by my side, forever and ever. Every little thing that you do, baby, I'm amazed by you. Give her a big hand. Smell of your skin. taste of your kiss, way you whisper in the dark. Your hair all around me, baby, surround me, touch every place in my heart. Oh, it feels like the first time, every time. I wanna spend the whole night in your eyes. But don't let me do what you do. So in love with you, it just keeps getting better. I wanna spend the rest of my life with you by my side, forever and ever. Every little thing that you do, baby, I'm amazed by you. Every little thing that you do, I'm so in love with you. It just keeps getting better. I wanna spend the rest of my life with you by my side, forever and ever. Every little thing that you do, oh, every little thing that you do, baby, I'm amazed